It is now your turn to try to solve the equation in parentheses 2x plus 1 quantity squared equals 60. Please attempt this example on your own first, then return to the video once you have attempted this to check your work. The first step in solving this equation is identifying what type of equation it is. There are no radicals in the equation, so this is not a radical equation. I do see an exponent of 2, and that is the highest exponent used anywhere in the equation, indicating this is a quadratic equation. In addition to this being a quadratic equation, I also notice the only use of the variable x is right here, and that's caught up inside of what's being squared. Because this is a quadratic equation, because there is only one occurrence of the variable x and it's caught up in what's being squared, I know that I will solve this equation using the square root property. The square root property says, if x squared equals k, then x either equals the square root of k or the negative square root of k. Applying that to the equation, quantity 2x plus 1 squared equals 60, I recognize that what is inside the square will both be set equal to positive or negative square root of 60. So we'll move from the equation quantity 2x plus 1 squared equals 60 to either 2x plus 1 equals root 60 or 2x plus 1 equals negative root 60. The two main things we need to do at this point are both simplify the radical if possible and finish solving each equation for x. I tend to go the route of simplifying the radical first, so I will focus on the square root of 60 on the left equation and ask myself what perfect square divides into 60. I know 60 is the same thing as 4 times 15, and 4 is a perfect square, so I can rewrite that square root of 60 as the square root of 4 times the square root of 15. And the reason for picking the factor of 4 that divides evenly into 60 is that that square root of 4 is the same thing as 2. So the square root of 60 reduces down to 2 root 15. There is no other perfect square that divides into 15, and so we have fully simplified the square root of 60. Now going back to the fact that this was in a larger context, that this was really 2x plus 1 equals root 60, we also need to have the equation 2x plus 1 equals root 4 times root 15. And the equation 2x plus 1 equals 2 root 15. To finish solving this equation for x, we first need to subtract 1 from both sides of the equation, so we'll obtain 2x equals negative 1 plus 2 root 15. And then we will divide both sides of the equation by 2, so we obtain x equals negative 1 plus 2 root 15, all of that over 2. Now in the other possibility, the other or side of the equation, we had 2x plus 1 equals negative root 60. I'm going to first recognize that simplifying root 60, whether it's a positive root 60 or a negative root 60, it will simplify in the same way. The only difference is negative root 60 will simplify to negative 2 root 15. So my first step can make use of all the work we have done previously and simply change 2x plus 1 equals negative root 60 into 2x plus 1 equals negative 2 root 15. And to finish solving this equation, there are the same two steps. I will first subtract 1 from both sides, obtaining 2x equals negative 1 minus 2 root 15. And then dividing both sides of the equation by 2, I will obtain x equals negative 1 minus 2 root 15 all over 2. As a final step, we'll write a quick conclusion as solution set notation. Since these two solutions are identical except for that plus or minus in front of the radical in the middle of each solution, we could condense this down to the solution set is the set negative 1 plus or minus 2 root 15 all over 2.